So during the next few sections, we're going to be building our very own Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. We're going to start out with just a completely blank worksheet, and we're going to build up a monthly budget spreadsheet. We're going to start out just simple, take it step by step. We're going to do things like enter labels, like our column and our row labels. We're going to enter some numeric values in there representing our dollar amounts, our currency values, the hard-earned money that we're spending each and every month on all of our bills. We'll talk about building calculations so we can get things like totals for each month or each bill. Well, I'll talk about some other types of calculations as well. And we're going to do some formatting. We're going to make it look super awesome. But we're going to start from complete scratch. So our first step, we've got to open up a new Excel document, and we're going to start to put some labels or headers into our spreadsheet. So here we go. So I'm back into the Excel interface, and I'm looking at the new section of the Backstage view or of the File tab. So now inside of here, I'm going to go ahead and grab Blank Workbook, and I'll give that a double click. All right, here we are. We've done this once before. We've opened up a new blank Excel document, and here we are. Now, I'm on Office 365. I subscribe to the monthly subscription through Microsoft to get access to the Office applications, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and so on. Now, occasionally, and I just really want to give you a heads up, if you're also a part of the Office 365 subscription, whether you get that through a personal edition or something through work, Microsoft likes to push out updates. Now, as of this recording, it is February of 2019. This is our current release of Microsoft Excel. Now, when you open it up, your interface might look a little bit different because Microsoft pushes out updates. So nothing big. I've been teaching Excel for years now, and I teach it virtually exactly the same way. I've been teaching ever since the early editions of Microsoft Excel. 2000, back in 95. Excel's been Excel for years. Of course, Microsoft has introduced new features and whatnot, and we'll get into those new features. And I want to talk about all the bells and whistles that Microsoft adds to additional versions, but it's still underlying, it's still Excel. Now, once again, if you are on the Office 365, you may occasionally, when you first launch up Excel, you may get a yellow bar at the top of your screen saying, hey, Microsoft's got some updates ready for you. Do you want to go ahead and update? And they'll give you a button right there to build update. Okay, I'm not getting it right now, and we may see it at some point within this course as I close and I reopen Excel, and Microsoft may be pushing out updates, but just keep an eye on that inside of your own interface. Updates are great. Microsoft is fixing things, creating new features for you. It's huge. So, all right, here we are. So typically we start out inside of cell A1 within our new worksheet. And there inside of A1, what better place to put a title? So I'm going to go ahead and put a title here. I'll call this Monthly Budget. This is going to be our monthly budget spreadsheet. And again, I'm just inside of column A, row 1, type that value in. I'm going to hit my enter key on my keyboard. That'll hop me out of that cell. All right, so there's my title. We'll worry about making that fancy looking colors and bold and all that stuff. We'll do that later on. For now, we're just going to put some labels in there and start to build the basic structure of our spreadsheet. So I'm going to drop down into cell A3, and I'm going to create a column here that's going to act as the labels for all of the bills that I have for each of the months. So first thing I'm going to put in here is just a nice header. We'll just call it bills. I'm going to hit my enter key to drop down a cell again. And now I'm going to create a list, nice little column here of various bills that I have for each month. Now, you can copy me exactly if you like to. Hopefully you're following along with me, right? You can copy the exact same stuff if you like. But I want to encourage you. One of the best ways to learn something new is not only participate in a course like this and to learn, but to put it to practice. So the sooner that you can start to put this into your own real world scenarios, the better off you're going to be. Okay, so think about what bills do you have, right? So here, I'm just going to make some stuff up. I'm going to say we got rent, we got phone, we got credit cards, credit, make sure I spell that right, credit cards. Hit my enter key, drop down again. Let's say we got food, and let's do one more here. I'm going to say candy. Gotta have candy, right? Each and every month you got your bill for your candy. All right, I'm gonna hit my enter key. I'll drop down. Now that's good. I'm gonna call it good right there. Of course, I've got more inside of there. Maybe we want to put car in there. You got electricity, you got gas, you got garbage and water, you got this, that, and the other thing, right? Whatever bills you have, right? Let's go ahead and create a list there. And eventually we're gonna start to put in the values for each of the months that we're spending on these various bills. Start to make you feel kind of bad where all your money's going, right? Hopefully it's going to candy though, right? All right, down below that, again, I'm just going to stop it there. I'm going to put in a total. Eventually, we're going to have a row here, right here, that's going to give us some totals for the various months that we'll have for each of our bills. All right, so these are our row headers, our row labels. Let's go ahead and continue building the structure. I'm going to jump up into cell B3. I'm just clicking up there, and I'm going to put some labels up here for each of the months. So as of recording right now, it is February of 2019, but I'm going to go ahead and start this out at January. So I'm just going to type in Jan. If you want to type out January, feel free. You can do that as well. I have a couple of Achilles heels of my own as far as spelling is concerned. My spelling is horrible. My kids come home from school and ask me how to spell something. I open up Word, Microsoft Word, and I type it in there. Spell checker, right? It's awesome. So January, February, right? I can never remember how to spell those two. So I'm just going to abbreviate. I'll say Jan. I'm going to hit my tab key just to hop over to the right one cell. I'll type in Feb, tab, and I'll type in March. I'm going to hit I'm going to hit tab key one more time. I'm going to stop right there for the months and keep it really simple. If you'd like, you can continue going, right? The more practice you get, the better. You can go to April, May, June, July. You can do whatever you want to inside of there. You can start at whatever month you want. Again, up to you. But I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to put another total label. Remember, we've got this one. We got this guy down here. Let's hit my enter key to hop out of there. We got that one right there because eventually we're going to have some a row total here for each column. But then I'm going to have one here because I want to do totals for each of the bills as well. So this right here, this is kind of the basic structure of a spreadsheet. You've got row labels, in this case, bills. You got column labels representing some type of date. Now, there's our basic structure, our labels, and these are just text values. So if you're not following along with me step by step right now, go ahead and pause the video, start to create the basic structure, the labels of your Excel monthly budget. So get that part done. Pause the video if you need to. Once you're done, jump back in. Our next lecture, we're going to start to talk about entering numeric values and putting some currency amounts inside of these months for these bills. So get that done. We'll jump into the next section.